Okay, I think we all know when I talk about video games, I usually cater towards the fun games, the great games, the absolute and really the all around just absolutely have a good time games that I play. But today I am about to change that. We are going to be talking about some really shitty games, and you should absolutely not pick these games up at all. I thought this was a really cool video to come up with, and I'm going to have some screen capture right up here to show you guys what I mean. So at the end of the video, I'm also going to do a community challenge at the end of the video. So let's talk about the first game. All right, so Link's Crossbow Training. Link's Crossbow Training has been widely regarded as the worst Nintendo Wii game of all time. Now, for me, I didn't find this at all shit at all. This was actually quite fun for me. I'm only including this in the video because it was just not. It was the motion controls were just not there. But I honestly didn't have a problem with this. It was honestly a lot of fun, and I don't know what people were talking about when they were talking about this game. Basically what you've got to do is it's basically an entire game of you shooting down targets with Link's crossbow, and I think you can either get a certain high score, and then the challenge is to is this two player? Okay, the challenge will be is for another person to beat your high score. I don't know what regarded this as the worst Wii game, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. So this is not actually as shit as people say it is. Let's move on to the next game. Now, along the lines of that, we also have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I briefly talked about this in one of my game pickup videos, saying this was the worst Harry Potter game. I couldn't be more wrong. The motion controls were a little shit. I'm gonna have to say, like, the motion controls were just not good. You have to control Harry with the real remote, which you're gonna see up there. You actually controlling Harry Potter's wand and casting I think what is it? What's the freaking spell called? Stupefy. That's it. And yeah, it's not the best game by all means, not the best Harry Potter game, but it's actually really interesting. This isn't actually it's actually isn't too shit, but it's along the lines of being not the best Harry Potter game. Don't worry, there are going to be some absolutely just crap games as well. And I also noticed when I beat the first stage, which was the Dementors fight. I noticed that you could just like control Harry looking around by using the Wii remote, which was a little too tedious for my liking, and it just ended up being not as fun as I wanted it to be. So isn't a bad game. It's just not the best Harry Potter game. That's why it's along the top of the list. Alright, you guys are probably gonna laugh at me for mentioning this game, but one of the first games that I ever got for my Nintendo Wii was Grey's Anatomy, the video game. Now, this is an absolute terrible game, but it's so bad that it's good. Basically, you play as a variety of the cast, all of these characters on here, and you've basically got to make choices whether you want to flirt with your significant other or you want to avoid them. And depending what you do, there will be some little mini games you have to play. So they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm very nervous about talking to this guy. Let's push away all the doubt icons, which you'll see in the recording up here. There is some surgical sort of simulator kind of game here, but honestly, this is so bad that it's actually quite funny. This was, I don't know if this is not necessarily a good game at all. It's just so bad that it's good, you know. I had to include this because it's just one of the worst games that I've ever owned, and I was laughing out loud when I first picked this game up. So yeah, that's Grey's Anatomy, the video game. All right, now these upcoming games you should absolutely not pick up at all. Okay, take my word for it and just don't pick them up. These two DS games, I don't have a recording of them because they're that bad. No one's played them and no one has actually even been bothered to record gameplay for these two pieces of shit games right here that I'm about to show you. So first one we have Bratz for Real. This is a tie-in of the movie Bratz for Real. This actually surprisingly isn't a bad game in the slightest. I mean, there isn't a lot of replayability at all, okay? The graphics are totally shit. There is no, like, sort of pop soundtrack whilst you're walking around. It's sort of like a background sort of forest kind of music. And it's just so bad. When you start off, you play as I think you play as Chloe to start off with. One of the I think you play off as you start by playing off as her. And then you can, choose to sort of, be somebody else, and then you basically got to buy dresses, and then you got to buy pets, and you got to solve the one thing that I didn't like about this game, and that is really unrealistic. There's about 10 clothes shops in one area. 10 clothes shops. I'll say that again. 10 clothes shops in one area. You move to another area, there's another 10 clothes shops. And this is so unrealistic, it's not even funny. And I'm really starting to get pissed off with this game. I don't really. I mean, there is obviously some replay. There's some playability for some little girls that actually want the passion for fashion. Little bloody Bratz games and stuff that how they go on. But I honestly, I don't see much of a replayability at all. If you're a girl watching this video, have you played this game and have you enjoyed it? I want to know. Let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to switch to the next game because it's complete. This one's complete garbage. Okay, this one, absolutely terrible game. Do not pick this up at all. I swear to God, do not pick this up. Okay, but I wanted to mention this because it's actually a 2-in-1 deal. One game is not better than the other one, and the other one's not better than the other one, okay? So basically, it's a simulator where you create your own character, and honest to God, by creating your own character, it is the worst character customizer I have ever seen in a video game, okay? It is the worst character customizer I've ever seen in a video game. You basically get to choose a shirt, a pants, a haircut. There's no black girls, there's no Chinese girls at all. It's just complete. Okay, you're just stuck with being a white female character, or a white male character. So on top of this game being shit, it's also racist. But yeah, when you get to the gameplay, honestly, the horse one was a little bit more fun than the dog one, but to be honest with you, don't even be bothered picking this game up. It is absolutely garbage. I want you to avoid this game at all costs. Avoid it. Alright, so next game we have, this is by far the worst, GameCube game I own. This is Mary-Kate and Ashley's Sweet 16 License to Drive. It's so bad that I can't even say the title properly. So, the story goes that, either Mary-Kate, it's her birthday, and she gets a quad bike for Christmas, right? And what you have to do is you have to race around with some other NPCs, to see who comes out on top. That's basically what it is, and then you can progress to other games. It's not too bad, the game. The graphics were freaking terrible, and but the handling of the freaking Doom buggies or quad bikes are just absolutely terrible. So if you get a GameCube, don't pick this one up, but completely avoid it. I picked this game up because just because it was it was like $10 and I just wanted to see how it was. And yeah, this was just a terrible game. This is also on the back of the case. It says real games for real girls. I'm a dude playing this video, and as a dude, I thoroughly dislike this game. Alright, so before I get to the worst video game on the list, I'm actually gonna get I forgot to add this to the the other one because I was actually looking for there it is. Alright, so this one I don't have a case for this at all. This is WWF WrestleMania 2000. This is an okay game. It's not the best wrestling game you've ever played, but it is at least playable, okay? It's at least playable. The only gripe that I have with this one game is I don't know how to pin. And if you are, if you're sort of, kinda, faced off with an opponent that's stronger than you, they will win no matter what you do. Doesn't matter what difficulty you pick, they will win no matter what you do. And if you just pick someone that is that's weaker than you, you won't be able to end the match. I haven't found a way to even end one of these matches off here. As you see up here, the graphics are not too bad. I was actually playing this on my modded Game Boy Advanced. This was just, the graphics were good, it was so hard to play. It was on the list because there's honestly not much variety at all. There is some like chiptune sort of video game, kind of rock music whilst you're wrestling, but that's about it. I haven't found out how to pin or even win a match. I think once I got thrown out the wing and just the game ended because I don't know. This was honestly bad because it's old, but I honestly I probably need to play a little bit more of this to actually get more understanding how to play the game properly. But I honestly, it's not one of the best wrestling games. I kind of just picked it up because it's a wrestling game. But yeah. Now, okay. This game, do not pick up this game at all. I swear to God, don't pick the game up at all. This is the worst video game to ever come on PlayStation 2. Don't pick this game up, okay? This is Little Britain, the video game. This is the worst video game that I have ever played, okay? You can't even get past the first stage of this game. It is so bad. The first thing you do is you play as Vicky Pollard, and she does the whole fucking yeah but no but yeah but I can't believe you just said that sort of thing. I doubt you will even see the rest of the game because of the first stage is so unplayable. The jumps are delayed. When you the the platforming that you do is so that the graphics are absolutely shithouse. When you maneuver Vicky Pollard, it is just so uncontrollable. Please do not pick up this game. I swear to God, this is the shittest game I own. Avoid this game at all costs. Avoid it. Right, okay. Now that I've got that out of the way, I want to put this out as a community challenge, okay? What is the worst video game that you own? I want to know. This goes out to Yorkshire Media, This Is My Life, Tony Tech Pal, Gaming Granddad, I can't think of, Geordie Slasher Gaming. I know I haven't exactly, you know, talked about him very much. It goes out to all those people, and just straight up, if you have a YouTube channel, what is your worst game? That does it for me. I'm gonna go play some good games now, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Bye bye. Stay scary, my friends.